Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to figure this one out. For some reason, it's got a very bright screen. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's go to my settings. All right. I think we got this figured out. Can everybody hear me okay? And can everybody see the screen better? David and Slashed, I see you guys there. Can you guys see the screen better? Does it look better? And can you hear me? Yes, I guess you guys can hear me. All right. All right. I had to disable the HDR. That's what was killing it. So give me one more minute here. Oh, we should be good to go. All right. Okay. Can somebody put the link in Discord and make sure everybody gets back over here? I appreciate that. Give me a minute while I finish setting everything up. All right, let's get this thing going here. All right, so that's three games done. Okay, the next one we're going to do is Long Island at San Fran. Hopefully Legends will come by. I'm not sure if he was here yet, but we're going to go and play that one. And the next game after that one is going to be Canada Mid-Michigan. So let's get this Long Island San Francisco game played. Oh boy. What is going on? What is it? Give me a minute. For some reason, it came over the other screen and now it's saying San Francisco has more than one left fielder in the lineup. Why do they have more than one left fielder in the lineup? Catcher. Because they don't have a first baseman. What is going on with this? So this is the situation I'm at. It's saying both teams must have all fielding positions. All right. If anybody sees where a fielding position is missing, say something, please. Catcher, first, second, third, shortstop, left field, right field, center field, and designated hitter. So that team looks good. Catcher, first, second, third, shortstop, left field, right field, center field, and designated hitter. Oh, I see what's missing. I know what it is now. Nope, both. Let's try this again. All right. I've never seen this before. Does anybody see something that I'm not seeing? Let's go back over here. The original problem was Euclid. Euclid was listed as left fielder along with Nichols. And why is it saying left field question mark? Nichols, left field. Is that all I need? What the heck was that all about? Well, that'll do it. All right, now we got to get them. There we go. Get this. Okay, boy, oh boy, oh boy. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, Long Island at the Safecrackers. Let's look at the lineup. Get this one done quickly too. Leading off for Long Island, Jose Reyes. Batting second, Carlos Baerga. Albert Bell batting third. Ken Singleton fourth. David Wright fifth. Zach Wheat sixth. Carlos Beltran seventh. Eddie Murray will be batting eighth. And batting ninth, Earl Batty. Or Batte. For the San Francisco defense, we got Kid Nichols in left field. Tris Speaker in center field. Andre Dawson in right field. Kevin Euclid at first. Robinson Cano at second. Derek Jeter, shortstop. Alex Rodriguez, third base. Jorge Posada will be catching. And Stan Kovaleski will be on the mound. He's got 11 games started, 94 and 2/3 innings, 63 hits, 26 earned runs. 5 of those were home runs. 74 strikeouts, 31 walks, 2.47 ERA, 7 wins, 4 losses. Off we go. All right. Here we go. So leading off is Jose Reyes. He's batting 181 for the season. Kovaleski delivers to Reyes. This will be to Cano at second. He'll fire to Euclid at first. That'll be the first out. Carlos Baerga comes in, batting 262. And he knocks a shot into right field. Dawson who gets back to that one. He'll make the grab for the second out. To Bell. He goes. Albert Bell goes down on strikes for the third out. We go to the bottom of one. For the San Francisco Safecrackers, Derek Jeter will lead off. Kevin Youkilis batting second. Tris Speaker batting third. Alex Rodriguez batting fourth. Mo Vaughn batting fifth. Jorge Posada batting sixth. Kid Nichols batting seventh. Andre Dawson batting eighth. Robinson Cano batting nine. For the San Francisco defense, for the Long Island defense, Albert Bell in left field, Carlos Beltran in center field, Ken Singleton in right field, Eddie Murray at first, Carlos Baerga at second, Jose Reyes at shortstop, David Wright at third, Earl Batty at catcher, and on the mound, Jim Palmer, 11 games, 11 starts, 86 innings pitched, 63 hits, 37 earned runs, 12 home runs, 53 strikeouts, 30 walks, 3 wins, 7 losses, 3.87 ERA. Palmer to Jeter, who leads off for the Safecrackers. And this is going to be into right field, going foul. So Jeter with 0-2 count gets another shot. And Reyes makes a fantastic play to get to that ball and then fire over to one in time to get Jeter out. Great play there by Jose Reyes. That brings Kevin Youkilis up. He's batting .309. And he'll get the free pass from Palmer. So Youkilis now standing on first as Palmer will face off against Tris Speaker, who's batting .297 this season. He's got 23 RBIs. The pitch to Speaker into center field. Beltran on the run will come up and get that one. Fires to cutoff. Youkilis will have to stay at one. Alex Rodriguez facing 2 outs. That runner on first. Alex Rodriguez has a .296 batting average this season with 30 RBIs and 11 home runs. Palmer to Rodriguez. And this is going to get into foul territory down third base line, but it's going to get into the stands. So Rodriguez will get another chance at this. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez. He goes down on strike. So that'll end the inning. We go back to the top of 2. We'll see batters 4, 5, and 6 for the Long Island Legends. Ken Singleton will be the leadoff batter for Long Island, batting .214 this season. Only 8 RBIs. The pitch to Singleton. High pop-up to Jeter at short. He moves to his left, makes the grab for the first out. David Wright batting .230 this season. 18 RBIs, 1 home run from Kovaleski, and he gets the walk. So David Wright, standing on first, brings up Zach Wheat, the designated hitter, who's batting a solid .337 this season. 27 RBIs and 3 home runs. Wright with a big lead there at first. Kovaleski fires to Wheat, and this is going to get, nice play by Cano to get it to Jeter, and he'll fire over to Youkilis at 1 for a double play to end the inning. No runs and no hits. We go to the bottom of 2. Mo Vaughn will start this off for the Safecrackers. He's batting .258 this season.
Strike 3.
He goes down on strikes for the first out. Jorge Posada comes up batting .229 this season. The 3-0 pitch. He gets the free pass from Palmer. So we're getting some walks here in this game. That's the second walk already for Palmer. He's now going to face off against Kid Nichols, who's got a runner on 1 and 1 out. This is his first plate appearance this season. And he gets a big shot in the center field. Beltran to his right will make the grab. Posada has to stay at first. Now with 2 outs, Andre Dawson comes up, batting .224 this season and 22 RBIs, 6 home runs. The pitch to Dawson. This is going to be a grounder to Baerga. He fires over to Murray for the third out. We go to the top of 3. No hits for either team, no runs, no errors, but Safecrackers have left 2 on base, both reaching, of course, by walks. Kovaleski to face off against Carlos Beltran, who leads off this inning. this top of the inning, top of the third for Beltran. Carlos Beltran for the Long Island Legends, batting at 171, has 2 home runs. The pitch to Beltran. Oh, a big shot into right field. This is going to be, all the way back to the wall in the corner in right field for the first out. Big grab by Andre Dawson there in right field. Eddie Murray. He comes in with a 204 average. Kowaleski to Murray. He gets the walk. Another walk issued, this time by Kowaleski, who's now given up 2 walks. Earl Batty comes up. He takes the pitch, and this is going to get into center field for a base hit. Murray rounds 2, gets the 3. That's a double for Earl. Now runners on second and third with only 1 out as Jose Reyes comes up. We wrapped around back to the top of the lineup for Long Island. That was also the first hit of the game. So the 8th batter for Long Island got the first hit of the game. Kowaleski fires to Reyes. It's a grounder to Cano. He throws over to 1. That's the second out. Murray will come home, and Earl will drive to 3. So Baerga with 2 outs. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Here's the pitch. Big fly ball into right field. Dawson doesn't really even have to move. He'll make the grab for the 3rd out. 1 run off of 1 hit for Long Island Legends, who now lead by 1 over the Safecrackers as we go to the bottom of 3. Robinson Cano leads off this half inning for the Safecrackers, batting .254 this season. He has 2 home runs, and it's a big shot in the center field. Beltran back, makes the grab for the first out. We go back to the top of the lineup for San Fran, and that's Derek Jeter. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Palmer to Jeter. Strikes Jeter out. That's the second out. Kevin Youkilis, who struck out. I'm sorry, he got walked. My apologies. He got walked his last at bat. Facing 2 outs now. Palmer fires to Youkilis. Liner to Baerga. He'll make the grab for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 4. This game's moving right along. Albert Bell leading off here for the Long Island Legends. 0 for 1 so far. It's the pitch to Bell. Big fly ball into center field. Speaker to his left. He'll make the grab for the first out. Ken Singleton, 0 for 1 this game. He fires, and this is going to get in left field. Oh, a poor play. That's going to be a double for Singleton. Nichols made a poor play off of that. Couldn't get to the ball, so that allowed Singleton to get all the way to second on that hit. It's going to be a base hit either way, but probably maybe could have held him at first had he not made and bobbled that ball out there in left field. So with Singleton on second, that brings up David Wright, who got walked in his last at-bat. Only 1 out. The pitch to Wright. It's a grounder to Jeter. Great play by Jeter. Then fires over to Youkilis. Gets Wright in time, but Jeter is injured off of that diving stop and throw. And Jeter is out of the game. So John Valentine will come in at shortstop for Derek Jeter after that injury. Zach Wheat facing 2 outs. Singleton still standing on 2. The pitch to Wheat. And this is going to be a pop-up into foul territory near the first base stands. That gets into the stands. Youkilis unable to get to that. 1-2 count to Wheat. And he goes down on strikes. So that'll bring up Tris Speaker to lead off for the Safecrackers here in the bottom of 4. Tris Speaker 0 for 1. Palmer with 3 strikeouts so far and 2 walks in the game. And that's going to be the first hit for the Safecrackers as Speaker rounds first all the way to the wall in right field down the first baseline. Speaker on his way to 3. The fire from Singleton. 2-3. What a arm by Singleton. But Speaker in there. Speaker in safely at 3. Gets a triple. So the tying run is now on third base with no outs as Alex Rodriguez comes up to the plate. With 30 RBIs so far this season, looking to add to that stat. But he goes down on strikes. The changeup gets him. as Mo Vaughn comes up. That tying run right there on 3 with no outs. It's going to be terrible if San Fran can't, and that, he goes down on strikes. So Vaughn goes down on strikes. Boy, if San Fran doesn't capitalize and get that run with that leadoff triple, that is going to be bad news for San Fran. Jorge Posada, he got walked back in the second. Oh, nice shot into left center field for a double. That'll drive the run in. Game is now tied. That's double number 10 for Jorge Posada this season. So that drove in the tying run. The game is all locked up now. 1-1. Both teams with 2 hits. Both teams with 2 left on base. Neither team committing an error. Kid Nichols, 0 for 1. Runner on 2 and 2 outs. The first pitch from Palmer. Nichols will fire this one into right field, over the wall, a 2 RBI shot for the Kid. And just like that, the Safecrackers have a 3-1 lead off that 2 RBI shot by Kid Nichols. Andre Dawson looking to generate some runs himself here. He comes in 0 for 1. Palmer fires. It's a grounder to right at third. He fires over to 1. It's close play. Just in time. Well, that could have gone either way, but he is out for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 5. Long Island now trailing by 2 here in the top of 5. Beltran, Murray, and Bate for this for Long Island. Beltran is 0 for 1. Big fly ball in the right field. Dawson underneath that one for the 1st out. Eddie Murray up to the plate. He got walked in the 3rd. Murray back to the mound. Kovaleski fires over to 1 for the 2nd out. Earl comes up to plate. He's 1 for 1 so far tonight. He doubled to right center. Here's the pitch, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd out. So down goes Long Island, 1, 2, 3. We go off to the bottom of 5. Batters 9, 1 and 2 for the Safecrackers. Robinson Cano, 0 for 1. And a bounder to right at 3rd. He fires to Murray. It's going to be a close play. Not in time. Cano with an infield single. So once again, the Safecrackers start off the inning with a hit. And that brings up John Valentine. John Valentine came in for Derek Jeter, who got injured. He's batting .308 this season. So he's no stranger to playing. And this is going to be into center field. Beltran to his left will grab that one for the 1st out. Cano back to 1. That's Euclid up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 this evening. To Euclid. And this is going to get into right field for a base hit. Cano will have to hold up at 2nd, though. Runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out as Tris Speaker comes up. Tris Speaker, who lined that triple in his last at-bat. And he gets another hit into center field. All runners will advance. Cano does not round and go home. I guess he felt he wasn't going to make that run. So with 1 out, bases loaded. That brings up Alex Rodriguez. 30 RBI so far this season. 11 home runs. He has a chance to really tack on to this lead. Batty will go out to talk to Palmer.
Infield fly.
Infield fly rule called by the officials. David Wright will make the grab. That's the 2nd out. And that brings up Mo Vaughn. To Mo Vaughn, who gets walked. So Palmer just walks in another run for the Safecrackers. That's the 3rd walk for Jim Palmer. What a bad time to walk someone. Jorge Posada, who is 1 for 1, doubled off the wall his last at bat. And this is going to be into center field. Beltran has to go back towards the track. He'll make the grab for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 6. Safecrackers lead Long Island 4 to 1. Batters 1, 2, and 3 for Long Island. Jose Reyes, 0 for 2. Fly ball into right field. Dawson doesn't even have to move. He'll make the grab for the 1st out. Carlos Baerga, 0 for 2. The pitch to Baerga. To the shortstop, Valentine. He'll throw over to Euclid for the 2nd out. Albert Bell, 0 for 2. So the top of the lineup really struggling here for Long Island. And it's a high, deep fly ball to center field for the third out. We go to the bottom of 6 as Long Island went down 1, 2, 3. Kid Nichols, he got that big 2-run homer in the 4th. Now up to the plate. And it's going to be another shot in the right field all the way to the wall, but Singleton gets to that and makes the grab at the wall in the corner for the first out. Jim Palmer to Andre Dawson. He goes down on strikes for the second out. And that brings up Robinson Cano. Palmer to Cano, and this is going to get into center field for a base hit. Beltran will come up, field it, fire it to cutoff. Only Cano at first. John Valentine, shortstop, 0 for 1. And into center field, Beltran back it to his right, makes the grab for the third out. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of 7. Ken Singleton will lead it off for Long Island. One of 2 people for Long Island who's gotten a hit so far in this game. Singleton. Oh, Cano makes a fantastic play to get to that diving stop right at second base. Fires over to Euclid and gets that first out. That brings up David Wright. Kovaleski to right. 2-0 pitch. This is a big fly ball in the left corner. Nicholas back to the corner. He makes a running grab to get to that one. Kid Nichols having a good night tonight, both defensively and offensively. Zach Wheat, who is 0 for 2 so far in this game. And this is just a little grounder to shortstop. Valentine fires over to Euclid. Oh, but not in time, so Wheat gets an infield single to extend this inning with 2 outs. Carlos Beltran, who flied to deep right in his last appearance, and now gets a free pass from Kovaleski. That's the 3rd walk from Kovaleski, who's also struck out 3. That'll bring up Eddie Murray. The pitch to Murray. He gets walked, so Kovaleski now walks the bases loaded as Earl Bate comes up. And pitch to Bate. And this is going to be a grounder into left field between second and third. That's going to drive in 2 runs. Murray scrambles to third. Bate holds up at first. So a 2 RBI single there for Earl Bate. Gives Long Island 2 runs back. Now only trailed by 1 with 2 outs. Tying run on third for Jose Reyes. The pitch to Reyes, and he goes down on strikes to end the inning, but we go to this 7th inning stretch. All right, we're back from the 7th inning stretch. Long Island scored 2 runs off of 2 hits. Kovaleski helped by walking a couple of runners onto the bases. Brings the Long Island Legends back up to trailing only by 1 now in the bottom of 7. Palmer, who's got 107 pitches already in this game, remains on the mound to face off against Kevin Euclid. And whoops. If we can get this thing going here, there we go. Palmer to Euclid, and Euclid gets the walk. So now Palmer walking up the leadoff batter. That's his 4th walk of the night, but he struck out 6 so far. Chris Speaker, who's having a good night, 2 for 3. And oh, it's a bunt, a sac bunt, but Bate makes a terrible play on it. Can't get to it. Charged with the error, so Speaker will get to 1 on the error. Euclid will advance to 2. So now the Safecrackers with runners on first and second. And no outs as Alex Rodriguez steps up to the plate. Alex Rodriguez is 0 for 3 so far this evening.
Ball four.
And he gets the walk. So now Palmer doing his job of walking the bases loaded. No outs. Bases loaded for the Safecrackers. Lead by 1. Mo Vaughn takes the 2-0 pitch. And it's a grounder to Murray. He fires to 2. Reyes not back in time. Vaughn reaches on a fielder's choice, and Euclid scrambles home for an insurance run. Safecrackers down lead by 2. 1 out. Runners on first and third. Jorge Posada, who's 1 for 2. The pitch to Posada. He gets walked, so Palmer walks bases loaded again with 1 out. Now has thrown 126 pitches here through 7. Will face off against Kid Nichols, who had a 2 RBI homer earlier. This is going to get a left center field for a base hit. That brings Speaker home. Vaughn will hold at third. Bases remain loaded, but another run comes across. Safecrackers now lead by 3. Palmer will now face off against Andre Dawson. Andre Dawson with a fly ball into shallow right field. Singleton will come up and make the grab. Vaughn, not deep enough for Vaughn to tag and come home. So all runners will hold. Bases remain full for Robinson Cano, who's having a good game, batting 2 for 3. Flied to deep left center in the 3rd, but then he singled in the 5th and singled in the 6th. And here's the pitch from Palmer. And this is going to be into shallow left field. Bell will come up and make the grab for the 3rd out. So 1 hit gave them 2 runs in that inning. 1 error committed by Long Island. We go to the top of 8. Long Island trailing 6-3. Long Island with 4 hits in the game. Safecrackers with 8. Long Island also committing an error. Safecrackers have no errors committed in this game. Kovaleski will face off against Carlos Baerga, who will lead off here for Long Island. He is 0 for 3, but he gets a big shot here into right field. Dawson doesn't even have to move to make that grab for the 1st out. Albert Bell, who's also 0 for 3 this evening, takes the pitch from Kovaleski. This is into deep center field. Speaker back it to his right, makes the grab on the run for the 2nd out. Ken Singleton will come up. He does have a hit, and that was a double off the wall in the 4th inning to Singleton. And this is going to be another base hit for Singleton. This is going to get into right field between Cano and Euclid. So Long Island, who's trailing by 2, now has a runner on first facing 2 outs as David Wright steps up. David Wright is on a 6-game hitting streak, but he's 0-2 so far in this game. Here's the pitch to Wright, and he goes down on strike, so it's going to be a hard press to keep that hitting streak alive as we go off to the bottom of 8. The Safecrackers still lead 6-3. Batters 1, 2, and 3 for the Safecrackers. Valentine to lead it off. Palmer remains on the mound, fires. This is going to be a bounder to Wright at 3rd. He fires over to Murray at 1st for the 1st out. Euclid is 1 for 2. He's also got a walk this evening. And this is going to be deep into center field. Beltran to his right. He'll make the grab. That's 2 down. Palmer showing some wear on the mound as he faces off against Tris Speaker. Tris Speaker, fly to shallow, lined a triple in the 4th. There was a leadoff triple in that inning. Lined a single up the middle, and then bunted to the catcher and reached first on an error. Back up again. So Palmer to Speaker, and this is going to be a hard grounder to second base, but Reyes will get over and make that grab and throw in time to 1st for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 9. Long Island with only 3 outs left to try and score 3 runs, as Zach Wheat leads it off for the Legends. Zach Wheat does have a single, his last at bat. And this is going to be to Cano at 2nd. He fires over to Euclid in time for the 1st out. Carlos Beltran, 0 for 2. Only a 169 this season, so Not having the best season so far this year, but this is going to help his stat. No, it's not. That's a liner. Dawson makes a fantastic grab there in right field. That definitely did not help his stats. As we go to the last chance here for the Legends, Eddie Murray, who is 0 for 1 in this game. He walked twice, grounded to the pitcher. And this is going to be a grounder to Cano at second. He'll fire to Euclid. That's the third out. The game ends. Long Island Legends 3, San Francisco Safecrackers 6. Go to the box score real quick. Long Island had 5 hits and 3 runs, 1 error. San Francisco had 8 hits, 6 runs, no errors. Palmer went 8 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 runs total, 1 home run, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. Kovaleski went the full distance of 9 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Singleton went 2 for 4 and a double. Bate went 2 for 3, also got a double. For San Francisco, Nichols went 2 for 4, knocked in 3 RBIs and a home run. And the MVP goes to Kid Nichols, who had a heck of a night hitting. So no doubt that he deserved that. All right, and let's get on to the third game. And that's going to be Canada at Mid-Michigan. Slashed was around earlier. All right, looks like Slashed is still around. And hey, Dwayne, welcome. I haven't seen Sean, World's Worst Gamer, yet, but Slash is here to watch his team play. We're at Candlestick Park. J.R. Richards will take the mound for Canada. He's got 9 starts already on the year. He's 1-4 with an ERA of 6.99. It's his first start against Mid-Michigan. Adam Wainwright will be on the mound for Mid-Michigan. He's got 12 starts. He's 4-3 with an ERA of 2.20. It's his first start against Canada. 64 degrees. The wind speed is 23 miles per hour out to right field. And if you don't think Barry Bonds is happy about seeing that kind of wind speed heading out to right field. And let's take a look at the batting order for Canada. Ricky Henderson leading it off. Ted Simmons batting second. Albert Pujols batting third. Dave Winfield batting fourth. Al Kaline will be batting fifth. Rocky Calavito batting sixth. Batting seventh, Pablo Sandoval. In the 8th spot, Roy Smalley. And in the 9th hole, Ben Sobrist. The Mid-Michigan defense. Let's close this and take a look and make sure we got everybody in here. Bonds, Barry Bonds, there he is in left field. Granderson in center field. Excuse me, Curtis Granderson in center field. We have Tony Canigliaro in right field. Over here in first, we got Miguel Cabrera. Lou Whitaker at second. Allen, the treadmill Trammell at shortstop. Matt Williams at third. Ivan Pudge Rodriguez behind the plate catching. And he's catching for Adam Wainwright. He's got 12 games started this season, 77 and 2/3 innings, 60 hits. Only 19 of those were earned runs, 3 home runs. He struck out 54, walked 30. He's got a 2.20 ERA, 4 wins, 3 losses. He's going to face off against Ricky Henderson for the Canada A's. Ricky Henderson comes in with a 2.14 average and 3 home runs. Wainwright winds and delivers.
Strike 3.
And he takes Henderson down on strikeout, on strikes, for the strikeout. And that'll bring up Ted Simmons, who's batting 242 this season. 10 home runs so far for Simmons this year. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Simmons, and this is going to be into right field. Canigliaro doesn't even have to move. He'll make the grab for the second out. Albert Pujols batting .254 this season. 17 home runs already this year. Doesn't get much easier for Wainwright as he faces off against Pujols on the 1-1 pitch to center field. Granderson back towards the track to make the grab for the third out. We go to the bottom of 1 as Canada A's go down 1-2-3. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Thrillers. Thrillers will see Barry Bonds lead it off. Curtis Granderson batting second. Matt Williams batting third. Designated hitter Jim Thome will be cleanup. Miguel Cabrera batting fifth. Lou Whitaker batting sixth. Alan Trammell batting seventh. Tony Canigliaro batting eighth. And in the ninth spot will be Ivan Rodriguez. In the defense, for the Canada A's, Rocky Calavito in center. Ricky Henderson in short. Dave Winfield in right field. We got Albert Pujols at first. Ben Zobrist is at second. Roy Smalley at third. Pablo Sandoval will be batting. I said Smalley is at short. My apologies. Roy Smalley is at shortstop. Pablo Sandoval is at third. Ted Simmons is behind the plate catching for J.R. Richard, who has 9 starts, 46 in the third innings, 58 hits, 36 earned runs. 7 of those were home runs. He struck out 48, walked 30. He's got 1 win, 4 losses, and a 6.99 ERA. He's going to face off right off his first at bat in this game, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds comes in with only a .210 average, but 11 home runs. Here's the pitch from Richard, and it's a grounder to Zobrist, who picked that up at second, fires over to Pujols for the first out. That brings up Curtis Granderson, batting .276 this season with 12 home runs. Boy, both of these lineups are pretty strong, powerful lineups. And I'm glad that they're over in the other league and not over where I have to face them all the time. Richard to Granderson strikes him out. Big swing and a miss there by Granderson. That brings up Matt Williams, who's only batting .158 this season, but he does have 11 home runs. The pitch to Williams, and this is a big fly ball in left field, and this one is high and deep and off the wall. Not high enough and deep enough for a home run, but a big stand-up double for Matt Williams. So now with 2 outs, in comes designated hitter Jim Thome. Jim Thome, who's got .235 average this season and 25 RBIs, also 8 home runs. It's the pitch to Thome as Williams is off and running, but that's a strikeout. Thome down on strikes. 1 hit, no runs for the Thrillers. We go to the top of 2, where Dave Winfield will lead off for the Canada A's, batting .276 this season with 13 home runs. The 0-2 pitch and a grounder. Whitaker has to come over towards second to grab that. He fires in time to first for the first out. That brings up Al Kaline, who's batting .235 this season. He's got 13 home runs. Wainwright to Kaline, and this is going to be a liner to Whitaker at second, who gloved that one for the second out. Rocky Calavito batting .223, 9 home runs. If I had $1 for every home run one of these batters in this game has hit, I could be retired already. Wainwright to Calavito, and he'll get the free pass from Wainwright. So with 2 outs, in comes Pablo Sandoval, batting .277. He's got 8 home runs. Rocky Calavito stands on first, not taking a big enough lead to look like he's going to steal anything. But Wainwright will deliver to Sandoval. It's a grounder to Trammell, who throws to second to get the lead runner for the third out. We go off to the bottom of 2. No runs, no hits. No errors. 1 left on base thanks to the walk. J.R. Richard will face off against Cabrera, Whitaker, and Allen, the treadmill Trammell, here in the bottom of 2. Miguel Cabrera batting .293 this season. 6 home runs. Takes the pitch from Richard, and he gets walked with a drop third strike. Simmons will pick it up, fire in time to Pujols. So mark that a strikeout and a putout. Lou Whitaker, batting 202. 0 home runs. What is he doing in this lineup? This can't be right. Pitch to Whitaker, who gets the base hit. He doesn't get home runs, but he gets hits. Gets the lead off, gets the single with 1 out. And that brings up the treadmill. He's batting 202 this season with 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. Whitaker standing on first, taking a big lead. Richards keeping his eye on him. And Whitaker is off and running. Simmons, with a bad throw, gets out to the outfield. Whitaker will round second and make it all the way to 3, thanks to that terrible throw by Simmons. So now with 1 out, the Thrillers have that runner on the go-ahead run right there on 3. Only 1 out. Allen takes the pitch from Richard, and this is going to go into foul territory. So the treadmill gets another shot at it, facing the 1-1 count. Richard to Tremmel. It's going to be a big fly ball. This one's high and deep and long and gone. Touch them all. Treadmill, 2 RBI, home run. 348 feet into left center field. So the Thrillers now lead Canada 2-0 as Tony Canigliaro comes up to the plate with only 1 out. Batting 191 this season. 2 home runs. And this is a big shot into left field for a base hit. That gets down in front of Calavito. Canigliaro with his hit tonight so far. And that'll brings up Ivan Rodriguez, batting 214. 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Tony Canigliaro is not taking a big enough lead to steal. The pitch to Ivan. This is going to be a grounder to Smalley. He fires to Ben Zobrist at second, who fires over to Pujols for the double play to get them out of the inning, but not before the Thrillers score 2 runs off of 3 hits. 1 error was committed by the Canada A's. We go to the top of 3, Canada trailing 2-0 to the Mid-Michigan Thrillers. Canada will see Smalley, Zobrist, and then wrap around to the top of the batting order here in the top of 3. Roy Smalley batting 251. He has 11 home runs. The pitch to Smalley. It's a grounder to Cabrera, a chopper to Cabrera at first. He picks it up, carries it back to the bag himself for the first out. And Ben Zobrist, the 9th batter for Canada A's, batting 251 this season. He's got 9 home runs. Boy, when your 9th batter has 9 home runs already this season, you can't have too much to complain about. Big fly ball pop up to second. Whitaker back to the grass to grab that one for the second out. That brings up the leadoff batter for Canada A's, Ricky Henderson. He's 0 for 1. The 3-0 pitch, and he takes the walk from Wainwright as Ted Simmons, who made that throwing error on the stolen base to allow the Thrillers to score all those runs, trying to work something to get those runs back for his team, as he has Henderson on first, facing 2 outs. Wainwright fires over to 1, but Henderson is back in time, keeping a little closer to the base now. Ted Simmons waits for the pitch. Here's the pitch, and this is going to get into center field. A liner to Granderson. He's not able to make the catch. It comes up short. Henderson rounds second, makes it all the way to 3. So a single for Simmons as Henderson rounds 2 and scrambles to 3. Runners on first and third for Albert Pujols, who's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Wainwright already has 42 pitches here in this game. And this is a big fly ball to Pujols. This one's high and deep and long and gone. So Pujols with a 3 RBI shot over the left field wall. And just like that, Canada leads by 1. 378-foot homer, the 18th for Pujols this season. If you came to watch home runs, you came to the right game. Canada A's still have 2 outs. as Dave Winfield strolls up to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Grounded to second in the second. Wainwright delivers to Winfield. And this is a big shot into left field. So back-to-back homers for the Canada A's. It's a solo shot for Winfield. Goodness gracious. 350 feet over left field wall. Canada now leading by 2 in the top of 3 as Al Kaline steps up to the plate. He is also 0 for 1. The pitch from Wainwright to Kaline. This is going to be a base hit over Tramel's head. Kaline's caught in between first and second. He got himself into a pickle. He was trying to go for 2, wasn't able to make it. Canada gets 4 runs off of 4 hits, no errors committed. Canada now leads 4-2 over the Mid-Michigan Thrillers. For the Mid-Michigan Thrillers here in the bottom of 4, we're going to see batters 1, 2, and 3. So Barry Bonds will lead off. Unfortunately, he's got no one in front of him if he gets a big one here, but he's going to get the walk instead. So that brings up Curtis Granderson, who's 0 for 1. Bonds with a huge lead at first. Bonds has 19 steals so far in the season. Richard fires over to first, but Bonds is back in time. But now he's keeping a little bit closer to the base. The 3-1 pitch to Granderson. He'll get walked. So Canada, who just scored 4 runs, now walks 2 batters in a row to put runners on first and second with no outs. Now faces off against Matt Williams. Matt Williams, who doubled off the wall on his one and only plate appearance so far in this game. The pitch from Richard to Williams, and this is going to be a pop-up, a fly ball into left field. Smalley will go back from shortstop to grab that one for the first out. Jim Thome, who struck out his last at-bat with runners on 1 and 2 and only 1 out. The pitch to Thome, it's a grounder to Pujols. He'll fire to Smalley at second. He fires back to Pujols for the double play. They get out of the inning. No runs scored. No runs, no hits. Two were left on base for Mid-Michigan. All right, we're to the top of 4 as Canada sees Calavito, Sandoval, and Smalley making plate appearances in the top of this inning. The pitch to Calavito. Granderson has to come up hard to get that one into shallow center field and makes the grab for the first out. Pablo Sandoval 0 for 1. The pitch to Sandoval. It's a grounder to Trammell at short. He fires over to Cabrera at first for the second out. Roy Smalley 0 for 1 so far in the game. Wainwright delivers to Smalley. This is going to get into center field for a base hit, as Ben Zobrist, the 9th batter for Canada A's, steps up 0 for 1. The runner on first, not taking a very big lead. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. Big fly ball into left field. Bonds in the corner makes the grab for the third out. No runs off of 1 hit, and no errors were committed by Mid-Michigan. We go to the bottom of 4. Mid-Michigan will see Cabrera, Whitaker, and Trammell up to the plate in this inning. Miguel Cabrera is 0 for 1. The pitch from Richard. He goes down on strikes. That brings up Lou Whitaker. Lou Whitaker is 1 for 1. He grounded a single in the second. And this is going to be a grounder to Zobrist at second, who fires over to Pujols for the second out. And that brings up Alan Trammell, who hit that 2-run homer to left field, 348 feet. The pitch. And this is going to go into foul territory down the first baseline. So he'll get another shot at this. Facing the 0-2 pitch. And he gets walked. So the patience paid for Alan Trammell, who was facing the 0-2 pitch and then got four balls in a row to get walked. That brings up Tony Canigliaro, who singled to left. His last at bat. Oh, Richard fires over to first to try and get Allen Treadmill out, and he does not. He's back in plate at time. Here's the pitch to Conegliano. This is going to be a base hit. It's a double. Allen Treadmill will run around third and come in for an RBI. So it's an RBI double, the fifth double of the season for Tony Conegliano. And that brings up Ivan Rodriguez. Thrillers now trailing by 1. Facing 2 outs for Ivan. The pitch to Ivan Rodriguez. It's a grounder to Sandoval. It's gonna be a close play at first. But he's out. It was in time to get the third out. We go to the top of 5, where the Canada A's start at the top of their lineup. Ricky Henderson. Wainwright to Henderson. And this is going to be a liner to Trammell at short. He'll make the grab for the first out. Ted Simmons up. He's 1 for 2. He lined a single in the third. Wainwright to Simmons. Fly ball into center field. Granderson to his left. Gets under that one. Makes the second out. In comes Pujols. Pujols, who's got 3 RBIs already tonight, hit that 3-run homer. Wainwright to Pujols. He gets walked with 2 outs. Wainwright puts Pujols on first. That brings up Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield hit the solo shot, his last at bat. Wainwright to Winfield. And this is getting it over Trammell's head into left center field. Pujols will round second and hoof it to third. So runners on the corners with 2 outs for the Canada A's as Al Kaline comes up, batting 1 for 2 tonight. Lined a single in the third when Canada scored all those runs. And this is going to be a grounder to Alan Trammell. He'll fire over to second. That'll be the third out. We go to the bottom of 5, where Mid-Michigan is also at the top of their lineup. Barry Bonds to lead off. Barry Bonds, who's gotten 1 walk. He's 0 for 1. And this is going to be a big fly ball into right field. This is high, deep, and long gone for Barry Bonds. Solo shot for Barry Bonds, leading it off. The game is all tied up, 383 feet. And I'm sure that wind had a little bit to do with that one. As I said, Barry Bonds was probably drooling to have that wind moving out towards right field. Curtis Granderson, 0 for 1, comes in. And in comes Joe Oshker. I'm going to just call him, I guess it's Oshker. Looks like maybe a German name. I don't know. Coming into pitch. We'll see what he looks like. He does look kind of German. 9 games, 20 and 2/3 innings pitched, 16 hits, 1 home run, 6 earned runs. He's walked 13, only struck out 11. He's got a 2.61 ERA, though, and he's got 1 win so far this season. He comes in. He'll face off against Curtis Granderson. And big shot into right field, but Winfield is going to get to this near the foul line, near those stands in right field for the first out. So Canada, who had to go to the bullpen here early in the 5th inning, now faces off against Matt Williams, who's 1 for 2. Doubled off the wall in the first. The pitch from Oshker, and he takes him out on strikes. Big curveball got him there. That brings up Jim Toming. He struck out in the first, and then he grounded to first in the 3rd inning. And he goes down on strikeout. So the bullpen doing its work there for Canada, but the Thrillers do score that 1 run to tie it all up as we go off to the top of 6. Calavito, Sandoval, and Smalley due up to the plate for the Canada A's. The pitch from Wainwright to Calavito. It's a grounder towards second. Whitaker will field that. Throws to 1 in time for the first out. Pablo Sandoval. Pitch from Wainwright to Sandoval. Fly ball into right center field. This one's high, deep, and off the wall for a double, the 13th double for Pablo Sandoval. That is a man on second now with 1 out as Roy Smalley comes to the plate and digs in. He singled up the middle in the 4th. The pitch to Smalley, and he gets walked. So now runners on first and second for the Canada A's as the 9th batter in the lineup for them, Ben Zobrist, comes up. He is 0 for 2. He's hitless. Rodriguez is going to go out and talk to Wainwright. Try and settle him down. Wainwright to Zobrist, and he's going to walk another one. So Wainwright putting himself in trouble here. Now fills the bases on that walk. And we go to the top of the lineup for Canada A's. Ricky Henderson. The game is all knotted up at 4, but only 1 out for the Canada A's, who have a chance to score some runs here. The pitch to Henderson. It's a grounder to Whitaker. He fires to Trammell at second. He does not turn the double play in time, so they only get 1 out. That means the Canada A's will take the lead here in the top of 6. 2 outs for Ted Simmons. Runners on first and third. The pitch to Simmons. It's a grounder to Whitaker at second. He'll pick it up, fire to Cabrera at first. That's the 3rd out. But Canada scores that 1 run off that 1 hit. No errors. Canada once again lead by 1 here as we go to the bottom of 6. Cabrera, Whitaker, and Trammell for Mid-Michigan Thrillers. All right, the pitch to Cabrera. And this is going to get into center field for a base hit. This one falls in front of Henderson. He'll pick it up and fire it back to cutoff. Cabrera at first. Whitaker 1 for 2 tonight. Boy, the runners come in on this one looking for a bunt, and I think they called that one right because it was a sac bunt to move Cabrera to second. Allen Trammell, the treadmill, comes up. He hit that 2-run homer in the second. Can he do it again? Here's the pitch. And no, this is going to be a grounder back to the mound. Oscar will come off the mound and pick that one up and throw over to Pujols for the 2nd out. And that brings up Tony Canigliaro, who's having a good night. He's 2 for 2. He singled in the 2nd and doubled in the 4th. Trying to get that runner in to tie it up. And this might do it. This is going to get a right center field for a single. Cabrera around 3rd. He's on his way home. The throw home. Oh, and plenty of time. And that allows Tony Canigliaro to get to 2nd on that throw home. So a big tying RBI there for Tony Canigliaro as Pudge Rodriguez comes up. He's the 9th batter for Canada. I'm sorry, for Mid-Michigan, excuse me, for the Thrillers. He's not gotten a hit so far tonight. And now we're bringing in a new pitcher. And this is Steve Antiveros. He's got 16 games so far this season. He's got 30 and 2/3 innings pitched, 25 hits, 15 earned runs. He's given up 4 home runs, struck out 16, walked 9. He's got a 4.40 ERA, 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 save so far this year. He'll come in and face off against Pudge Rodriguez, who is hitless in the game. And he's going to remain hitless because this is going to be a little grounder back to the mound. And he'll fire over to 1 to Pujols for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 7. The game still knotted up. Canada with 7 hits. Thrillers with 8 hits. Canada has that 1 error. Canada has left 6 on base so far through 6, and the Thrillers have left 4 on base through 6. Pujols, Winfield, and Kaline will all see an at-bat here in the top of 7. Pujols is 1 for 2. He's got that 3 RBI shot. And now Todd Jones is going to come in from the bullpen to pitch. Todd Jones, 10 games so far this season, 9 1/3 inning pitch, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 7 walks, only 3 strikeouts. But his ERA is a 1.93. No wins. He does have a loss, but he also has a save as he comes in for Mid-Michigan to face off against the hard-hitting Albert Pujols. And the pitch to Pujols, and this is going to be over Trammell's head into left center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Albert Pujols as Dave Winfield comes in, 2 for 3. He hit that solo shot, and he also lined a single in the 5th. Jones will fire over to 1 to try and get Pujols. Not in time. Pujols taking a big lead there on first as Winfield waits for the first pitch. And here it is. It's a bunt. Wow, Rodriguez makes a fantastic play. Picks up the bunt, throws to 2. Trammell fires over to 1. It's a double play off of what was supposed to be a sac bunt to advance the runner. That's going to bring up Al Kaline. That was so good. I don't normally do a lot of replays, but we're going to watch the replay on that. Oops, the video. We want the video replay, not the. There we go. Fires to Alan Trammell, who fires over to first. Wow, what a double play there. Fantastic play by Ivan Rodriguez. All right, Al Kaline is 1 for 3. And now I've got to, well, let's hide that. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Jones to Kaline. Strikes him out for the third out. It's a 7th inning stretch. All right, we're back from the 7th inning stretch. Night Raven came by. Hello, Night Raven. Here in the bottom of 7, Canada had no runs and 1 hit at the top of 7. Mid-Michigan had that fantastic defensive play on the sack bunt for the double play. Helped get them out of that inning quicker than it probably should have. Barry Bonds is going to lead off for Mid-Michigan. He's got a home run already in the game. Here's the pitch to Bonds, and Bonds goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Curtis Granderson, who's still hitless so far in the game. The pitch to Granderson. This is going to be a liner to Smalley for the second out, and that brings up Matt Williams. The pitch to Matt Williams. Another shot, another home run for Mid-Michigan. Matt Williams with a solo shot. 347 feet over left field wall. His 12th home run of the season. And now the Thrillers are back in the lead, 6-5 over the Canada A's. I don't. Has anybody seen Sean? It might be a good thing that he's missing this one. I don't think he can stand it. Jim Tomei up. He's 0 for 3. He's already struck out twice. And here's the pitch to Tomei. And this is not going to be a strikeout. This is going to be a base hit. It's a single into right field. Miguel Cabrera, who's 1 for 3. Jim Tomei on first, facing 2 outs. The pitch to Cabrera. Fly ball into center field. Henderson to his left. He gets under that one. Makes a fantastic play on the run to make the grab for the third out. We go to the top of 8. Canada will see batters 6, 7, and 8. And that's Rocky Calavito to start off this half of the top inning. And this is going to be a foul ball down right field, down first base line, towards the stands. Rocky Calavito now with a 2-2 count from Jones. This is a big fly ball in center. Oh, short, shallow left field. Bonds will come up, make the grab for the first out. Pablo Sandoval, who's 1 for 3. And Mike Jackson is going to come in and pitch. Michael Jackson is coming in to pitch for the Thrillers. Michael Jackson, 18 games in this season so far, 19 2/3 inning pitched, 7 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no home runs. Struck out 17. Walked 5. He's got an ERA of 0 so far this season, and he's got 2 saves. So Mike Jackson looking good for the Thrillers. And he'll pitch, and this is going to be a single into center field for Pablo Sandoval. That brings up Roy Smalley, who's 1 for 2. 1 out from Jackson to Smalley, and he gets walked. Boy, Jackson comes in with a fantastic-looking stat line. Gives up a base hit and then a walk. Puts runners on first and second with only 1 out. Now facing off against Zobrist. If he was going to get a double play, now is the time to do it. But he doesn't. He walks another batter, and now the bases are loaded with only 1 out. So the Canada A's Ricky Henderson up to the plate. 1 out. Runners on all bases. Henderson has not gotten a hit so far in this game. Jackson will fire to Henderson. It's a foul tip off the mask of Pudge Rodriguez. Ricky Henderson with an 0-1 count. And it's a dribbler to third. Williams will fire back to Pudge at first. He fires over to, he then picks up, fires to first. Okay, we got to figure out what happened. I don't know exactly what happened. Let's see. Can we get how do we get a replay on this? Well, I'm not sure what happened there. I can't see the replay completely, but the run. Oh, okay, I see what happened. So they got the runner coming home. So the run did not score, but they did not get it to first in time. He was safe at first. That's what happened. Okay. So Ricky Henderson made it to first. He beat out the throw to first, but they did get, Williams was able to pick the ball up and throw it to Rodriguez at home to get that lead runner out. So now 2 outs. No run came across. Bases are still loaded for Ted Simmons. We got to get over here. There we go. Okay. And now, just like that, they're pulling Michael Jackson to bring in Sparky Lyle. And we're not going to be able to see. Yes, we don't. Okay, here we go. So Lyle comes in with 13 and 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, 14 strikeouts. He's got a 2.63 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss, 7 saves so far this season. The pitch to Simmons. It's going to be into right field for a base hit. Zobrist rounds. He's going to come home as well. So a 2 RBI single for Simmons. Canigliaro is unable to get that home in time. And just like that, now the Canada A's are back in the lead 7-6 here in the top of the 8th. What a game. And that brings up Albert Pujols with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Lyle fires back to second, but Henderson is back in time. Pujols waiting for it. It's a 2-0 pitch. It's a grounder to Williams at third. He makes a fantastic play. Steps on third to get that third out. So we go to the bottom of 8. Canada scored 2 runs off of 2 hits. No errors. Take the lead 7-6 over the Thrillers. Both teams with 10 hits each. Canada has 1 error. For Mid-Michigan, we're going to see Whitaker, Alan Trammell, and Tony Canigliaro all up to bat. Lou Whitaker, who's 1 for 2, and Ken Boyer is going to come in to play third base. And Mike Marshall now comes in to pitch. Well, we are going through the bullpen rapidly here. 12 games, 15 innings pitched, 9 hits. 4 of those were earned runs. 12 strikeouts, 4 walks. 2.40 ERA, 2 wins, 1 loss, and 7 saves for Mike Marshall, who comes in. And the first batter he's going to see is Lou Whitaker. The pitch to Whitaker, and Zobrist will pick this up near second base and fire to Pujols for the first out. Alan Trammell, who does have a home run, the two-run homer in the second, looking to get them back in the game, and this is going to be into right center field for a base hit. So Alan Treadmill gets another hit. Tony Canigliaro, who's 3 for 3, singled, doubled, and then singled again. Back up at the plate with that runner on first. The tying run at first. Here's the pitch to Tony Canigliaro. But this is going to be a pop-up near second base. Smalley will come over, get under that for the second out. Pudge Rodriguez, who's still hitless in the game. And Marshall will fire over to 1. But Allen back in time underneath the tag. He's safe. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. And this is going to get to Zobrist at second, who fires over to 1 for the third out. We go to the top of 9. Canada still leads by 1. 1 hit for the Thrillers there in the bottom of 8, but no runs came across. Lyle, staying on the mound, will face off against Dave Winfield, who's 2 for 4. He hit that solo homer in the third and then lined a single in the 5th. And this is going to be a bounder to third. Williams will pick this up, fires to Cabrera in time for the first out. Al Kaline, who's 1 for 4 tonight. And now we're going to get Rod Beck to pitch. Boy, we got to have some tired arms. Rod Beck comes in. 12 games so far this season, 13 and a third. 13 hits, 5 earned runs. 2 of those were home runs. 3 walks, 11 strikeouts. A 3.38 ERA. He's got 2 wins and 1 loss. No saves. Here's the pitch to Kaline. Big fly ball to right field. Not deep enough. Tony Canigliaro will get to that. And that's the second out. As Rocky Calavito strolls up to the plate, who's also hitless in this game so far. Beck fires to Calavito, and this is going to get into center field. A liner to Granderson. He'll make the grab for the third out. We go to the bottom of 9. The Thrillers trail by 1, down to their last 3 outs. But they are at the top of the lineup, and Barry Bonds leading it off. And we all know Barry Bonds is very capable of tying this game up right now. And in comes Willie Wilson. We're going to see more from the bullpen. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Willie Wilson went out to center field. My apologies. Willie Wilson went out to center field as a defensive adjustment for the Canada A's. Barry Bonds waiting for the pitch. Here's the pitch to Bonds. Oh, it's a grounder. Smalley will come up. Fires to 1. It's going to be close play. In time, Bonds is out at 1. A great play by Ray Smalley to get to that ball and make the throw in time. Curtis Granderson, who does not have a hit so far tonight, has 12 home runs this season. He's hoping to get something going here to keep this game alive. And this is going to do it. It's a single into center field over second base. So now Curtis Granderson, the tying run at first with only 1 out, brings up Matt Williams, who's 2 for 4. He doubled off the wall in the first, and he hit a solo shot in the 7th. Curtis Granderson taking a very big lead at first, looking to possibly steal here. Marshall over to first. Granderson back in time. Now he's sticking a little bit closer to first base as Marshall will deliver to Williams. And it's a grounder, hard grounder to Zavoya at third. He fires to Zobrist. He turns and fires to Pujols. It's a double play to end the game. Canada wins 7-6 over the Thrillers in what was a very thrilling game. Let's take a look at this. 10 hits, 7 runs, 1 error for Canada. 12 hits, 6 runs, no errors for Mid-Michigan. Some batting highlights. Simmons, 2 for 5. Pujols, 2 for 4 with a home run. Winfield, 2 for 5 with a home run. Sandoval went 2 for 4. Over for Mid-Michigan, we had Bonds, who went 1 for 4 with a home run. Williams, who went 2 for 5 with a home run. Trammell, who went 2 for 3 in a home run. And Tony Canigliaro, who went 3 for 4. So some solid hitting there from both teams. I'm not going to go over all those pitchers. That's way too many to go over. You can look at it there if you'd like. But it was a fantastic back and forth game the entire way. One of the best games I've seen so far, maybe in both seasons. MVP goes to Albert Pujols. And he went 2 for 4. He scored a run himself, knocked in 3 RBIs. He was also walked once, hit that home run. So good job by both teams. Congratulations. What a fantastic game. I really enjoyed that one. It's 9 o'clock. Let's just take a look real quick. Give me one second. I'm just getting something to drink. I'm just getting something. All right. So we've done 3 games. I don't know, Mike. Are you still around? Are you planning on? Is anybody planning on doing anything tonight? I'll save it up here. Or, Well, I'll tell you what. We'll just call it there. That was pretty good. That was a good night. We had 3 good games. I'll end it there. I know Bernie. Bernie, welcome. If you know what time you're going to go tomorrow, you're going to try and go around noon. I know you like to do noon around on Saturdays. Put something there in the chat if you like, and let us know. We'll get this zipped up and we'll continue. As I said, every game is going to be highlighted. Let's go through some standings here and some other highlights so far for the season. In the Earth Division, Dallas is only half a game ahead of Liverpool and only 1.5 ahead of Berlin. In the Wind Division, Chico's extended its lead slightly, but Lehigh is yet to play this today. Leads by 6.5. Canada took a bigger lead in the Fire Division over Lancaster, who's trailing by 5.5. Vegas down by 6.5. And then in the Water Division, Hadley Lake is 2.5 over Tampa. Tampa Bay, who started the season at the very bottom, has really worked their way up to make a heck of a comeback and make a fight for that division. So that division and Mid-Michigan, I'm kind of surprised that they're not closer than they are. They got a very strong team. Let's take a look at some batting leaders. Seymour, Cy Seymour for Carpathian is the batting leader. Perez for Berlin is the ERA leader. York has 20 home runs and leads the league in home runs. Pujols is second at 18. Mathewson for Liverpool has 11 wins. Maddox for Dallas is 10. He's in second. Runs batted in goes to York for Hadley Lake. Hoffman has the most saves for Manchester at 10. Wills at Tampa has the most stolen bases at 25. Waddell, what a shocker, 156 strikeouts, leads the league. Seymour also leading in the slugging percentage. Richard for Canada leads in the number of wild pitches. There's a stat you don't want to lead in. For team batting, Chico's has the best batting average. Team pitching goes to Hadley Lake at 2.82 ERA combined for their team. Vegas and Lancaster are tied for the best team fielding at 9.88. Neither team making many all-stars. Let's take a look through the all-stars so far to date. Pitcher is Christy Mathewson. Catcher Joe Mauer. First baseman goes to Albert Pujols. Second baseman, my Chico Snuffy Sternweiss. Chipper Jones from Liverpool at third. Rogers Hornsby from Upcountry D-Gens at shortstop. Bobby Veach from Hadley Lake is the left fielder. Cy Seymour from Carpathian is in center field. Dave Justice from Dallas in right field. And the designated hitter goes to the amazing Catsoons, Tito Francona. All right. So we'll zip this up, get this off. And Bernie's not going to do anything till Sunday. So we'll get somebody else. If nobody else can step up tomorrow, I'm sure Mike or Beatles. If not, I'll get back in there. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you to David. Thank you to Bernie. Slashed, I hope you enjoyed your game. Sorry for the loss, but it was a good one. Night Raven was in here. Thank you. Big Clue we saw. Dwayne, thanks for coming by. I don't know if you're still around. Sorry about the problem we had with the lighting in the first issue. A little bit of technical difficulty. We got that cleared up. And I appreciate everybody showing up. We'll get this set off, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. Good night, everyone.